Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you today about a subject that I've gotten a lot of feedback on. I've had a lot of requests to make a video about this topic. And I think I have a video that's kind of similar, but this one I'm going to go into a little bit more depth. This is a little bit on integrity as far as building up value in what we have. Also, not using certain tactics to lure people over to you, kind of doing the right thing. So let's get started. I've got some notes on my laptop. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is when you run into someone, when I run into someone and they say to me, I talk to them, I'm like, have you ever heard of Plexus? And they go, oh yeah, I've been thinking about joining. Okay, the flesh side of me would want to say, oh great, you should join my team. I'd love to help you. And they go, oh, how long you been doing it? And you tell them and they go, oh yeah, I'd love to join your team. And you don't ask any questions because that's the flesh side. That's the side of you that is the selfish side. Thinking about yourself, thinking about your money, your income, the greed, the flesh. What we really should say, and what I definitely always say, and I really encourage you to do this, is asking the right questions. So when they say to me, yeah, I've been thinking about joining Plexus, I'm going to say, oh, really great. Who's your ambassador? And let's say that they say, well, I don't have one, but I have tried it before. Then I'm gonna dig deep. I'm gonna ask, when did you try it? Who did you try it from? Do you have a relationship with that person? How long has it been? Did they follow up? Did you purchase a 30-day or just a 3-day? I mean, I'm going to dig deep to find out if this person has a connection, a relationship with this ambassador. I mean, the main thing you want to find out, the main question you want to ask yourself is if this person joined your team, would you be able to sleep at night? Would you feel good about knowing that you asked the right questions and the answers they gave you back were answers that you could go to bed and sleep at night and go, okay, I've done the right thing. I sponsored this person, the person that they had bought a trial from. It's been a year. They don't even see that person anymore. They never bought a 30-day. They have no relationship with that person, or maybe that person is not even active anymore. You feel good enough to go to bed at night. That's the main thing. Sometimes we avoid the questions that we need to ask because we could say to that person, oh, do you use Plexus? And they say no. Well, we know that's not the right question to ask. If someone says to you, oh, I love Plexus, I've thought about joining. And you say, do you use it? And they go, oh no, but I've thought about joining. I've tried it in the past, or I've talked to someone about it. And then you still avoid the question, who have you talked to? And tell me more about that. I always say to someone, I want to do the right thing. And I always want to say to that person, are you okay with joining my team? If you see that person tomorrow and you talk to them, are you okay to say to them, I've joined Sonia's team? And if you're okay with saying that, and there's no relationship there's been no connection, then I'm okay with it. But always put it back on them as well. So hope that helps. I have a brand new ambassador who found me, and she said, me and my daughter tried Plexus. We tried, I think she said, a 7-day trial from a vendor booth. And it's been 2 or 3 weeks, and we don't remember who it was we bought it from. They haven't followed up. And I even tried to help figure out who it could be. So, and we couldn't. So, of course, she joined my team. But I'm just saying, you do your part. You make sure that they know, that new ambassador knows that you're working hard to do the right thing. Okay? Hope that makes sense. You got to be able to sleep at night. Number two, offering specials, rebates. All right, we're going to talk about that. The company just did a big special that ended yesterday where people got a big discount off their joining fee. And that's great. That's company-wide. That is wonderful. We all can participate in that. It's duplicatable because the company offered it, and it's fair across the board. So that's one thing. But when the company's not offering something and we feel like we want to offer something like that, well, a couple things I want to say about that. It's okay to do a rebate and a special or a discount every now and again, maybe like on your anniversary, on your birthday, like come out with, maybe something special like that. Maybe. I prefer to do things like that. If I were going to do it, I would do it. I think I've done it one time for one day and didn't get a bite. And so I just don't believe in it. I think it cheapens what we have. Let me tell you, I've done several other network marketing companies, and I've never known one that you can join for $34.95 for a one-year membership that includes your website. Most of them I had to pay a monthly website fee, which was fine. Most of them you had to join with some product or an investment of $200, $300, $400 or more. So to feel like you need to give a discount off $34.95 or rebate that's your mindset, and it needs to change. Because when people don't invest money in something, they see no value to it. There's no value to free. When I get something free, it tends to lay on my kitchen counter till whenever. But if I spend money on it, I tend to put more value into it and make time for it. So it's the same way with what we have to offer. Plus, when you offer discounts and rebates and coupons and this and that, I want you to ask yourself, is that duplicatable? When you do that and that person joins and you rebate them the $34.95, they're thinking in their mind, how am I going to do this when I bring someone in? And in fact, I almost guarantee you, if they have nothing invested in it, they're not going to do very much anyway. It's rare that people do. Those are the exceptions to the rules. And they're thinking, I could never sponsor anyone. How am I going to top this? So think about those things. There's no value to free. Instead of doing something free, why not build up the value of what we have for $35? It's your mindset. If you can't sponsor people, someone can't join for $35, the likelihood of them seeing the big picture is really slim. Okay? So, and let me tell you something. I'm not saying $35 is not a lot of money. 2.5 years ago, $35 to me, it was a lot of money, and it was tight. But I also know that when things are important to people, as it was to me, you find a way, make a way, you sell something, you leave off something, leave off your extras, and you make a way. So that's the kind of people you want to find anyway. All right. People posting specials. Again, posting specials that on occasion is okay, but to do it to lure other ambassadors over to you is the wrong motive. So if you are posting things, join my team today, I'm offering a special, and you have people who message you, you better be asking the right questions. And if they are working at all or talking to another ambassador and they say to you, well, I'm talking to Susie Smith, but she's not offering a special and I just can't join unless I get something like what you're offering, then what you need to do is send her back to Susie and say, let me give you some ideas on how to get started. Why don't you talk to a couple of your friends about the products, get some people interested in ordering the products, and you find a way, find a buddy to borrow that $35 from, and let's get you started. But let's start you with Susie Smith. That's the right thing to do. That's who you've been talking to. Susie's going to appreciate that. You're going to have this happen to you one day, and you're going to want that person to send them back to you. So let me help you think of some ideas. Let's work with your ambassador and let's get you started with her. I'm only offering this special with people who are not even talking to people about Plexus. So highly suggest that you do that. Okay, another one. It can cause disrespect, even though let's say the company is not offering something at the moment and you decide to offer something. It can cause major disrespect from your peers in the business. And you may not think that this is even being watched by your peers, your coupon or your discount. But they're always thinking, I know for me, I think, wow, why are they offering a discount on what we already have? And I just scroll through the news feed. But I think, are they that desperate to have to always offer a coupon off of what we already have that's inexpensive? So instead, start building value. We have the best comp plan out there. We have the best products out there. I promise you that. Why do we feel the need to have to cheapen it? Instead, build up the value and say, for only $34.95, this should be a $500 value, but it's $34.95. Instead of cheapening that, build it up. Okay? So it's your mindset and it's perception. It's how you perceive it. It's how other people will perceive it. So, all right. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, one more thing here. Oops. Hang on. I lost my notes. There we go. When you build this business just the normal way, let it happen organically, do the right thing, you're also building longevity in the business. You're building a long-term, solid business that is so duplicatable. When someone joins and they say, what do I do to get business? You're not saying, okay, let's think of a way to get people to join. Let's think of some contest and let's think of some coupons and discounts. You're just saying, you know what? Who do you know that needs to get healthy, that needs a better way to earn some income? Who do you know that could use what we have? That's what you're saying to people. And that's going to build you long-term success because that is duplicatable. Who do you know that could use these products? Who do you know that suffers from this, and this that could use what we have? And your new ambassador starts listing people. That's how you build a long-term, solid business. Not any other way will be long-term. Okay? So, just want to review some of the things I've said. I've already covered. Some of the things I have, I've already covered. So, yeah. I mean, it's like we just had that big discount, through yesterday, and it was a record day for my team. I think I haven't even looked. We probably sponsored over 200 people yesterday. Why is it today it'll be a lower day? Because that special's not on. $34.95 was already an incredible deal. Incredible. So why is it when we get a discount from the company, we think our mindset changes and we think that's incredible, so we sponsor all these people. Why is it that every day for $34.95 we can't have that same mindset? Maybe we need to think in our minds, this should be a $500 or $1,000 joining process, but it's not. It's only $34.95. So maybe if we can carry that mindset with us throughout the year, we could have every day could be a record day. Every day. So, when people are earning $500 their first month in this business and they go, what did I do, Sonia? I didn't do anything. I just told a few people. That's the kind of people you're looking for. People who think they're just helping people and how simple this is. That's the kind of people you want to find. So hope this has helped you. And I just want to say, Doing the right thing allows you to put your head down on the pillow every night and know that you have done the best thing you could do, which is the right thing, following your heart, not always that fleshy, selfish side, but doing the right thing. You will have a long-term business doing that. So hope you have a great day. Happy New Year.